Welcome to Season 2, Episode 19 of Southpaw Tales from the Barstool. I'm Kat, apparently the hot and funny one, and this is JD, the founder, creator, the CEO of Jack Shit, which is our show. Hi, everybody. We're mixing it up, and I'm actually doing our intro today. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm letting her do the talking to start with.
Yeah, because he says that I interrupt him anyway, so I may as well do the talking.
Pretty much.
So we're going to give him the chance to interrupt me, and we're going to see how this works. So, first of all, we're going to do a quick little intro. So, if you have not seen the show or if you've already forgotten, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook.
Oh, that's strike one.
And give them permission to use your name. Otherwise, all we see is Facebook user, and JD won't talk about your shit. And I'm going to come up with cute little nicknames for you.
So the first Facebook user says it's Sculpin IPA today. I don't know what Sculpin IPA is, but
Me neither.
I'm interested because it's beer.
But I'm not a big IPA person. But moving on. So today we're going to talk about something you see in every neighborhood. You know them. You hate them. They've got short hair. They throw a fit. They want to speak to your manager, and they got resting bitch face. That's right. We're talking about Karens and their male predecessors, the Kyle.
They're counterparts. The Kyle.
Counterpart. It's like the opposite. Like, not they're evil twins or anything, but they're opposites. So, if you will go to, you can see us on YouTube, or you can go to your podcasting platforms of your choice. Make sure that you are giving that like button some knuckle fishing, and what are we gonna do? That share
And
button?
you're gonna consensually massage that share button's prostate.
So knuckle fish that share
Get
button
some little
and like button.
going on.
Mm.
Yeah. So what else are we doing tonight?
So the drink of the night is actually 4 different Mexican beers, and we are going to try them blind. I poured JD's, he poured mine. So we are looking at Corona, Tecate, Modelo, and
Dos Equis.
Dos Equis.
Okay. So how did you say Tecate?
Tecate.
Give me some of that tea cake.
The Tecate, and I also call it Dos Equis, and I know that's wrong. Shut the fuck up. You knew what I was talking about. So, also, our sponsors. Hey, let's just move to the sponsors. Look how fast this is without someone interrupting. This is nice.
You see how polite I am to you? I let you say what you got to say. Oh, it was Uwe saying that he's drinking the Sculpin IPA.
So we're gonna start with, of course, 5x5 Brewing Company, Battleborn, Texas made. You haven't put them on the screen.
Oh, I'm so used to. Yeah, they're on the screen now.
Battleborn,
you
Texas
read.
made,
You just worry about reading.
Brewing Company based in Mission, Texas. Hi, George, if you're watching. So co-founded by Army vet George Rice, with beers like the 40 Mike Stout. Is that what you call it, or you call it
the 40 Mike or 40 millimeter? Either one works.
Burnett Bombshell and Food Bars. No surprise, this brewery is taking over the Texas market from the valley to the coastal bend. Actually, a lot further than that. They're now in Central Texas?
They're all the way in Central Texas, El Paso. They'll be in the Panhandle and Far East Texas by the end of the year, and nationwide, hopefully by summer of next year.
Yes, hopefully. So ask your local bar, restaurant, or grocer to start carrying 5x5 Brewing Company today. They can be reached at 5x5brewing.com, facebook.com/5x5brewing. Or you could call them 956-445-5421 or email them at info@5x5brewing.com. Look how cute
Before you
is.
get to our next one, I just want to read Dr. Rob Garcia's comment about Voodoo Ranger IPAs, what he's drinking tonight. 9.5%. Strong enough to make Rosie O'Donnell fuckable.
That's not possible. Look, I would do tequila, which makes me everyone's girlfriend and still not go home with her. Just saying.
Rosie O'Donnell makes
his outie and innie.
Yeah. I was going to say something completely different, but yeah, that works. That illustrates whatever that is. Mark with a C says they don't even make enough tequila for that.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure I could be in coma and my wiener would still be like, yeah, no.
I believe in Jesus, and I believe all things are possible through Jesus. But
so let's get this. Let's get our last.
so
stuff
now we're going to be talking about our editing, and that is done by Knucklehead Media Group. Marine veteran Stephen Cologne, is that right?
Yes.
Awesome. And was that his wife that was in the weightlifting competition?
Yeah, the bodybuilding thing.
Gorgeous woman. Absolutely gorgeous. Congratulations.
So congrats
she
to Steven's wife. Yeah.
So congratulations. So they're covering all of covering all of your podcasting and media needs, from audio and video editing to strategy planning to global online distribution. This professional team of experts takes your idea and makes it reality while providing the knowledge and experience to help you grow your audience and reach. Oh, they just have to deal with our shit. You can they
have to edit this crap every week. It's awesome.
Yeah, go to knucklehead.agency.
Yes.
Or you can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and just look up Knucklehead MG.
See, it's pretty fucking difficult reading this when people are interrupting. It's difficult reading it when people aren't interrupting.
Myself, so
I know it's.
I don't need your help.
So, as a reminder, if you are just tuning in, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Give them permission to see your name so we know who's talking. But let's go ahead and move on. So, in each of these cups, we have A, B, C, and D here.
Hold on. I'm burping up our pregame.
Oh yeah, we did pregame.
Miller Lite for me. What'd you pregame with?
I think. Coors Light, yeah. Coors Light, and then I had a Dos Equis at the Mexican food restaurant where we had dinner.
He cheated. He was trying to get a taste for it.
Well, that was what inspired what we were doing. And I'm like, hey, we should do a taste test.
We came up with the shit at the last minute. We were going to do something really high maintenance because it fits with the whole Karen thing, but we didn't have the time.
Hoovy says apparently another veteran that married up. Yeah, and yes, I did.
Oh, him.
So
Stephen Cologne. Yes, Stephen Cologne. Well, sorry, Stephen. I didn't mean yes. Of course, like she's hot.
Yeah. Of course you married up. We all married up. I mean, anybody that puts up with us automatically
Wait a
married
minute.
up.
If you married up, then that means I didn't marry up. So we didn't all marry up.
No, we as in veterans, we all married up. Anybody that puts up with our shit, yep.
That's not true. You always talk about dependas. So
you found a flaw in my theory.
Boom shakalaka. Just saying.
I guess
everybody's got it.
Frank was on Frank is one of the Facebook users, CEO of Crayons Ready to Eat. It says Facebook user, but just by his comment, he says, too bad we couldn't meet up while he was in Texas.
You said you would tell them to go fuck themselves. They wouldn't
read
your comments.
Frank, since I can't see your name, go fuck yourself, even though I know by context clues who you are. We will definitely talk offline about some hats. I do wish I could have met up with you. It just a stupid job, prevented me from doing so. But getting back on track.
Hoovy is drinking the Sculpin IPA.
Yeah,
anybody else? What else are y'all drinking? Let us know in the comments. We can read it. Also, while we are talking, if anyone does have a Karen or Kyle story they want to share with us, go ahead and let us know, and we will call you.
Yeah, we can call you live. We can invite you to be on the screen with us. There's several different ways. If you want to tell your story live and not just through the chat, we can actually invite you on to tell your Karen and Kyle story.
Yes.
But let's get on this quickly so we can move forward. So you see we have A, B, C, and D cups. Her A, B, C, and D do not match my A, B, C, and D. We both randomly poured each other's drinks. There's Modelo, Dos Equis, Tecate, and what's the other one? Corona Premier. We're going to rank them each. We're just going to take a sip of each one, rank them best to worst, compare notes, and see which one is the best, which one's the worst. And if you don't agree with us, then you can get fucked, because our opinions are the only ones that matter. Without further ado, let's try A. All right. So, and we're not allowed to smell or look at them.
No, look. I smell everything before I put it in my mouth. I'm not going to.
You smell everything.
Everything. I'm going to ingest in some way. I want to smell it.
So, no, we cannot smell and we cannot look, because if the color or scent might give one away. So we want to do it.
I don't know that by their fucking color. Oh. Okay.
So that's why they're in solo cups or excuse me, red plastic cups because I don't fuck that brand. These are generic brands or they're Equate or Great Value or something. But so let's do this. Okay, let's try A. Salud. See what I'm gonna do is as I try them, I'm gonna put them as I taste them. I'll put them better here and worse here, and then kind of figure it out.
That one, I like it. I don't know what it is, but I
that
like
one
it.
tasting me. Okay.
I don't know if I've had this
All
before,
right, B?
but I will have this again because I liked.
Let's go to
A.
B.
Ah.
Salud. It tastes the exact same as A.
It tastes so almost the same, but a little sweeter. That's interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put A just a little bit better than B. Although they were fairly.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Those are tied, I think.
All right, see.
Okay. They're all the same fucking beer.
All right, D.
Okay, that was the last. Blah. Nope for D.
Okay. So, as a reminder, we are doing the blind taste test for those of you that are just tuning in. It's Modelo, Tecate, what else is there? Corona and what was the other one?
I don't.
Dos Equis.
Okay.
So I need something to write with.
Whatever D is, it is definitely last because ew, that was gross.
I actually ranked them in alphabetical order.
Did you?
A, B, C, and D. Although I have to say that A and B
are tied for me.
A and B are tied for me.
And then it's C, D. So hold on for just a sec. Oh, see, mine's opposite. Hold on. What?
I see, and
okay.
Derek comments saying that Dos Equis is the best. So Derek, normally I would agree. However, I would have to say 3 of the 4.
There is something.
Almost, I could not tell the difference between 3 of the 4.
Mine are ranked also. Hey, mine are ranked also A, B, C, and D. This one has a slight coffee taste to it to me, and I dig it. I'm going with A for my number 1.
A and B are a tie for me.
Are you ready?
So
those are mine ranked. A, B, C, and D.
Okay, so I'll reveal yours first. So what was your first?
One at a time. Just one at a time.
So what was your first?
My top favorite was tie. It was a pretty close tie between A and B, but I went with A.
So A is Corona Premier.
Oh shit! So I like Corona.
And B is Tecate.
Huh? And Tecate and that one were real close for me.
So I ranked A and B best, and then I don't know. A, B, and C are kind of really similar.
What's my C and D?
Your C is Dos Equis.
Okay, and what's my D?
And Modelo was.
Okay, so I don't like Modelo. Dos Equis is fine, but the Tecate and the Corona were by far they were tied for me. It's just the Tecate was a little sweeter, and this one was a little more like earthy. Like to me, like I said, it kind of tastes like coffee. So, are you ready for yours?
Yeah. What are mine?
All right, JD.
So A.
Tecate.
Huh. And B?
Dos Equis.
All right, cool. Because Dos Equis is usually my go-to if I'm drinking Mexican beers.
Okay.
All right.
Corona.
Okay.
And Modelo. We both ranked Modelo.
So I work with my coworker, really, really great guy. His name is Mark, but Modelo is his drink of choice. Like to the point where his name is Modelo Mark. Modelo Mark, if you're watching this, your taste buds are fucked, sir, because we both agreed that's the shittiest fucking beer.
Blind, you suck.
But I do have to say, since they tasted so fucking similar,
no,
I'm just gonna share. I'm just gonna make them into one.
Here, you can have my Modelo.
I'll just recant it.
No,
Juve says Modelo is the cat's meow. So now that we got through that, it's the first time we've ever done a blind taste test on here, so it took a lot more time than it should have. I know there was a lot of dead air. If you're listening to it versus watching it, get fucked, because it is what it is. It was fun. We get to drink a lot of different beers.
We love you.
We love
but
you.
Go fuck yourself.
We love you,
but
get
fucked.
I don't know.
That's gonna be our next shirt.
Okay, so whoever this Facebook user is, they're trying to get signed in. They've signed out, signed back in. Can you see me yet? No, I cannot. So just
okay.
Tell me who you are, and then just start ending your
and
sentences.
Hube, the cat. It's not this cat's meow.
Yeah, just start ending your comments with like your initial or something like that, so I know who you are, because you've tried. Yeah. I know you've tried to do it sometimes. StreamYard.com/Facebook. It just is wrong.
Is it the red or blue Tecate? It was the red.
It was the red Tecate.
Yeah, I just poured a little extra into my cup because I really liked it. So
and
there you go.
But there is a caveat to this whole thing. I tried to get the regular Corona with the yellow label, and several beer places were out of the regular Coronas. So I don't know if they're just out or what's going on. So I got the
premium or the premier. I always thought that that's all it was. But hey, there you go. Good to know.
So I think it's like their low carb version of it or whatever.
Awesome.
But yeah, let's move on to the Karens and Kyles. You hate them, you know them.
So I have a question for you as we lead into this.
What's
that? What does a Karen do when she has a computer problem? She talks to the task manager.
Oh Jesus. That is so fucking retarded. The task manager.
So we were at the Mexican food restaurant earlier today, and I pulled off a little corner of JD's tortilla. I've got to tell this story before we get started because it's fucking hilarious. So I pulled off a little bit of JD's tortilla because I'm not supposed to have carbs, and I ate it with no one noticing. No one. And he goes to grab a tortilla and notices the corner's peeled off. And he's like, "Did you eat the corner of my tortilla?" And I was like, "Well, if no one saw it, then it didn't happen." And he's like, "Oh, it happened." I was like, "Jesus didn't even see it." And he's like, "Well, Jesus sees everything." He's like, "You weren't like, hey, Jesus, what's that?"
Can you just imagine that every time you want to do something that you know is wrong, just be like, "Hey, Jesus, what's that?" And then you do it. Like, it's a fail-proof way to keep from going to hell,
Yeah.
Repenting, asking for forgiveness, changing ways. No, don't worry about any of those.
Jesus
just
is
be
very distractible. Now you know what the trick is to heaven.
We are going to fucking hell.
Is that Judas? And then you eat it, and then no one knows.
Oh my God. So I'm gonna let you start off with a Karen or Kyle story, and if you're watching and you want to share a Karen or Kyle story, let us know. We can either call you, you can private message us, we can give us your phone number, we can call you, and you can be live on the air, or we can invite you to where you can be on the video with us and tell your Karen story. We can have some back and forth conversation. It's all up to you guys, man. This whole show is about you, because you're all a bunch of fucking Kyles and Karens.
Yeah. So initially I was like having trouble thinking about them, but I've had time to like process. So I think the most recent one, when I was at HEB the other day, and this was like not 8 days ago, it was very recent. And I was in like the 10 items or less aisle. And there was a girl who was 2 people behind me who literally was walking beside us. We're in line counting the things in our carts to make sure we had 10 items or less. Okay, you little bitch. That is not appropriate. Like, let the fucking people who work here figure that shit out. Like, that's pretty fucked up. And like, I bet you, like, I didn't hear her call anyone out, but she was literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and then moves on. Fucking bitch, get out of my cart. Like,
okay, for a little background, Hube from California, he's like, is that like the Piggly Wiggly? HEB is a grocery store. It's similar to Albertsons, Kroger, Brookshire Brothers, whatever you have regional. It's like they even have HEB Plus, which is like a super Walmart where they've got furniture and fruit.
I'm so sorry you had to wait 3 people in a 10 item or less line. Bitch, calm down. It's going to be okay. Okay, your turn.
I really wish that I could have an experience with one of those Karens that you see on the interwebs, because I can't think of any that I really like. I don't know if this would fall under Karen. I would think it would be, or if it's not a Karen, it's like a subset of Karens.
Okay, like what? Like what?
But to pick up our kids from school, my youngest child, he gets out of school at roughly 3:00.
Are you talking about that one?
Let me tell the goddamn story. So,
calling a local out.
much like a lot of children's schools, he gets out at roughly 3:00. But to pick him up by 3:45, you have to get in line by 2:15. Like, it's fucking stupid. There's parents, I shit you not, there are parents in line at the school
a little bit of
at 2:00.
There are, that is correct, but
and then no, I usually get in line at like 2:30, and it's only like fucking up 2 blocks from our house.
that's true.
I could easily walk it, but I'm lazy.
But we're not allowed to anymore. So.
But every fucking day, there's this whole line of cars. I shit you not, this line of cars has got to be 3/4 of a mile long, at least. And all these people are waiting for 30, 45 minutes. And you have to go in on
one side of the road, follow it in, and turn right into the school. And everyone knows you got to get in line.
This is my story.
Explain it.
I'm trying to explain it. So,
fucking Karen.
It always happens. There's this dumb fucking bitch that drives Cadillac, and if you're watching this by chance, you know who the fuck you are.
A Cadillac SUV, to be more specific.
Yes,
you know who you are.
Yeah, the Cadillac SUV. It's
and
white in color.
Sunglasses.
She comes from the other direction and just cuts in front of everybody who's been waiting in line, and I'm just waiting. I've been waiting for the time when she tries to cut directly in front of me or within a car in front of me, so I can just throw my shit in park and fucking jump out and just totally be a Kyle.
I have gone like this, like, no, sorry, because like, come on now, that's just disrespectful. I'm sorry, it's inconvenient.
Oh,
you have to wait in line with everybody else. You know what? You don't see me going to a line and being like, I'm too beautiful to wait in line. You understand, right? And just move on with my life.
But yeah, I would totally become one of those Kyles that you see on the internet that's like punching somebody's fucking windshield and shit. Like, oh, you fucking cunt. Oh, you know, just going ape shit. That would be me. And then
it's ma'am.
And then I would go internet viral as a Kyle, even though I'd be completely justified in fucking her shit up because she's a stupid bitch.
Probably. So
okay,
JD brought up like, oh, I'm sure you get a lot of Karens at work. Yes, I do. For example,
hold up, Derek,
yes,
who is a deputy sheriff, says flick a booger on her windshield. Derek, is that legal?
Apparently, he told you to do it. And
if it's illegal, I got permission from a deputy sheriff to do it.
Oh, the deputy sheriff of B County let us do this. So thanks. So work in the emergency room a couple of years ago, we had a wife come to the nurse's station, and it's got doors. It's secluded because there's privacy. There's private information. You're not supposed to be back there. She opens the door, walks in, and is like, why aren't you taking care of my husband? We are in a code. Like, we are coding a patient currently. I ran in there to grab supplies for the code, and she stops me to ask me why we aren't seeing her husband. I'm like, I'm so sorry. We have an emergency situation. This is an emergency room. Did your husband need something? Well, he hasn't been seen for 20 minutes. Oh, okay. But did he need something emergently? Well, he'd like a glass of water.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Lady, we have a emergency code situation going on.
She does realize that hospitals run very slowly.
Thank you. No, it turns out he was there for abdominal pain he had for a week. So in a week, you could have gone to your doctor, but all of a sudden, your procrastination is my emergency. Okay, thanks. No, that's not how this works.
In his defense.
No, I get it. It's no, I don't get it. I can't even joke that it's a dude. Because I joked
That's what I was going to say. It's a dude.
I joked about anal earlier, and now I'm never living that down. So there you go.
But what's crazy, like asking for water, you haven't been seen in 20 minutes. You remember when I cut my finger off? And it was like 6 hours before I was even seen. Like, I was just sitting in a hallway for like 6 hours waiting. They just had my hands soaking.
Well, I got stabbed and I had to wait in the waiting room for 3 hours. So I get it. Don't look at me like that. It doesn't matter who stabbed
yourself.
It doesn't matter who stabbed me. I was stabbed. Was I not?
You don't get street cred for stabbing yourself.
I got street cred. I'm going to be part of the Crips, man. Why? Because I already got the bloods. No, it's fine. I'll see myself out.
Let's see here. Let's see.
No, I hate with you and those fucking buttons. So annoying. Where did
Manny
you
asked
put
where
that
I put that finger. Well,
It's
you
a steel
see,
trap in there.
yes, you see what had happened was
It just sliced it right off.
actually it was right as we were moving into our current house. It was like
I've
2.5 years ago.
Manny, I've been doing Kegels.
I was reaching in to grab something out of a box, and during the move, a cigar cutter had broke. And as I lifted it out of the box, that cigar cutter caught the first digit of my finger and just nipped it right off. And I couldn't articulate
Wait,
any words.
Did you say nipped it right off?
Nipped it right off. It circumcised my middle finger. It over circumcised my middle finger. That's twice that I've been over circumcised. Yes, that was an awkward silence.
Hi, me again. Circumcisions just take the foreskin off unless they did yours wrong. So what?
Well, yep. All right, but yeah, I was that cigar cutter just took off the about half of the first digit of my finger, and all I could do, I couldn't articulate anything besides saying my oldest son's name and napkins. And that's all I could say for about 5 minutes. And then I just grabbed this huge wad of paper towels, drove to the ER.
Oh, I'm doing Kegels right now. And now. And now. There goes another finger, JD. No, earlier today, I talked about taking a back way to my work and going in the back door. And JD said, do you ask them permission? And I said, to what? And he said to go in the back door. And I said, what did I say? I said, that no, because if you spit on the tip, it means I love them. And therefore, I don't have to ask permission.
And I'm like, boom.
And I was like, no, you always have to ask permission. Shit.
She gave me legal permission in that statement.
That was not a consensual permission to have anal anytime you want. You still have to ask my permission and just assume the answer is no unless it's your birthday, which is coming up, which means I need to buy lube or something.
I can't believe I'm
for my
43.
ass, something.
Jesus. Fucking old.
Yes.
All right. So
yes, let's
again, if you're watching, if you want to share one of your Karen or Kyle stories, you can put it in the comments or you can private message us if you want to be on the show. We are live right now, unless you're listening to this later on when we're not live, and then we're not live, but we're live right now. So
wait. What about the jackrabbit? I want to know about the jackrabbit.
Okay, so while we're waiting, private message us if you want to be on the show to tell your Karen or Kyle story. We can bring you on the air live, or we can call you. Just give us your phone number, and then we'll let you tell your story.
Mark, yes, it is an exit only. Thank you for noticing.
You act like I try to do it all the time.
If I can go 6 months without a thumb on my ass, I'm doing amazing.
Isn't that what you do at work? You sit around with your thumb on your ass?
No. I mean.
Oh, that's what I do.
Okay, so Manny said, what did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? What did it say, Manny? And now we wait.
No. So all right. There is somebody that I met in a Facebook group called Vetpreneur Tribe. It's all nothing but veteran entrepreneurs, business owners, business-minded people, things like that. But
hey, hold on. It says if we don't get support soon, people are gonna think we're nuts.
Okay, I'm gonna get this show back on.
Absolutely not.
There's this guy, Daniel Curry. He's an IT professional. He's worked on my computers for me remotely. I mean, the guy's just fucking badass. He's quick. But he does a thing called Ring Ring, where he gets a shit ton of Kyle and Karen phone calls.
He does.
And if you can find him on Facebook, Daniel Curry, make sure you follow him because this shit's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna read his most recent Ring Ring story, which I have not read yet, so I'm gonna react to it the same time you guys are. But it's always like shitty customers that he gets, and he has zero chill as far as calling these people out. I love it. So this is how it goes. So he opens. Okay, this one pissed me right the hell off. Ring ring, me, IT department. This is Daniel. Hey Dan, it's me, Terry. You asked that I call you. Me, yes. Thanks for calling. Am I gonna have to change my voice back and forth to make it easier? Or do you want to be caller?
I'll be caller.
Okay, you be caller, and I'll be
Cool.
Daniel. Let's
All
okay.
right, go.
So
hold on. We're okay.
Okay.
Hey Dan, it's me, Terry. You asked that I call you.
Yes, thanks for calling. I have a question about that service call you did for me last week. The client is a bit unhappy with the situation.
Okay, what has them so upset?
I want to start with ensuring that we have everything understood. Please correct me if I'm wrong on these points. First, you were sent there to remove an old printer and install a new one in the same location. Is that correct?
Yes, and that is what I did.
Okay, a few specifics. What did you do with the box the new printer came in?
I left it where it was.
Is that what the client asked you to do?
No, I did not ask her what she wanted done with it. Their trash is not my responsibility.
And what did you do with the old printer?
Oh, where am I? I left it on the desk next to the printer stand. It was heavy too. You did not hire a general laborer.
Okay. She also told me that you refused to unbox the new printer. Something about the printer not being ready for install while it was still in the box?
That is right. I'm a technology engineer student, not a manual laborer. She was really expecting a lot of me. You should have sent a general laborer assistant for all she wanted done.
Oh my God, where this is going. This is like a generalization of the young generation as I understand it. Okay, where we're at. Okay. So let me get this straight. You went on site, told the 74-year-old point of contact that she needed to unbox the 52-pound printer.
Like I said, I'm not a general laborer. I'm a technology engineer.
Okay, so let's take a hypothetical situation. You finish your degree, get a full-time job for a Fortune 500 company. You were in your first year there. New servers are received, and you're going to tell your boss that a general laborer will have to rack and stack the servers?
Yes. Like I said, this is not a part of my job description. I'm a tech.
Yeah, I get it. You're a technology engineering student.
Yes. You see, you old people just don't get it. We, the younger generation, are not going to work ourselves to the bone for nothing. We want time off. We want to go home. We want to have peace, not stress. We demand to be paid top shelf wages for the work we do because we are worth it.
Okay. And when it comes to be evaluated for promotion, how will you stand out and demonstrate you deserve that promotion or raise?
Oh, I won't. We won't. That is not what we are after. We want a work-life balance. You do not have that. Hell, you own your own business and do not have that. We don't want that for ourselves.
Okay, Terry. I've released the funds on the platform. They will pay you. I will also ensure that the review I leave you will be factually correct so future vendors will know the excellence they're dealing with.
Great. Thank you. Being paid early is always awesome.
Yep, it is. But I won't be paid by the client for the service you call you performed. You left the job barely done. You did not even leave the printer functional. You plugged it in and connected the network. You did not even remove the seals from the toner cartridges. I had to go on site myself yesterday and correctly do the job you were sent to do.
Well, like I said, you should have sent a general laborer to do the heavy lifting. I need to go now. My girlfriend is calling. By the way, don't forget to tip. Thanks.
Holy shit.
Click. That's pretty fucked up.
So if you're just tuning in, that was a story by Daniel Curry, who has a.
I mean, that's definitely a Kyle thing to do. Like, bitch, you can't even throw a fucking box away. You're gonna let a 74-year-old woman pick up a 52-pound printer? What a dickbag.
I'm sorry. Like, I've worked in several different industries. And you always have that one person that's like, that's not in my job scope. Instead of being a team player and being like, yeah, this is gonna work for everybody. Let's just knock it out.
I do something and then they're like, oh, you did that? I'm like, I know it's not my job description, but I had the time and you didn't.
I think the only time I ever said that this isn't in my job scope is, as many of you know, I work in a steel mill. I was actually involved
No.
in the construction of
Are
it.
you also a veteran? What?
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's people that might be listening for the first time or
Oh.
watching for the first time. But while we were in construction, there were a lot of contractors that decided to use these tarps that were covering machinery as a urinal. And I was tasked with removing all of the tarps from this machinery. And
Bleh.
it was also raining a lot during this time. So as I saw moisture, I didn't think anything of it. It was common. Um, I get like 3 or 4 pieces of machinery uncovered with tarps, and I go and pull one. And instantly, the smell of spoiled ammonia hits my nose. And I'm like, "Huh." And I'm a loud puker. Like, if I'm puking, you can hear me like 2 or 3 rooms away. And I'm just like, and nothing came out, but the noise was definitely there. And I went and I told my manager, I'm like, I will do anything you ask me to do. However, if you tell me that I need to clean up somebody else's piss or bodily fluids, you can get fucked, and I'm consider me quit, because it's not gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
And
no.
that's the only time that I've ever pulled the it's not on my job scope card. Like, I don't care who had to do it. It wasn't gonna be me, because I don't touch pee-pee.
Nope. So I went into the medical field. I did, and it's because I don't have to wipe asses. I'll wipe someone's nose any day, but fuck that. Nope. But I work in a neonatal intensive care unit, so do I wipe asses sometimes? Sometimes. But not big people asses, because you cannot pay me enough for that job. Nope. So that is the one time that I say fuck you. I have a funny story to tell you.
So what story do you have?
So New Zealand and Australia's Domino's. So Domino's Pizza, Domino's. So all
Wait.
these
They have Domino's in fucking Australia?
in Australia and New Zealand.
That's gonna make my trip to Australia even better.
So they saw these memes and these stories posted. So in 2020, they decided they wanted to encourage people to do good. So if your name is Karen and you're actually a decent person, they're gonna give you a pizza for free. But New Zealand had to shut it down because they got over 1 million phone calls complaining of rewarding privilege because their name is Karen. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
It's like the ultimate paradox.
Yes, a bunch of fucking Karens who aren't named Karen called and complained.
About Karens.
About Karens.
Who aren't Karens, but are Karens.
Exactly.
That's like the paradox. If you go back in time and you kill your grandfather, wouldn't you not exist ever?
Exactly.
But it's with Karens.
Yes. It's amazing. So they had to shut it down. But Australia, even though they got phone calls, they kept it running. So
hell yeah, good for
you,
the Aussies.
They probably have no Karens there. That's probably why.
Yeah,
not Karens.
Like,
Karen,
just
you know what I mean.
knowing absolutely nothing about Australia except for the stereotypical bullshit and that Nemo is from there.
What?
Isn't Nemo from Australia?
Nemo got taken to Australia.
Oh yeah, something about that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
43 Wallaby Lane.
Wallaby.
That's what I said.
Wallaby.
Wallaby
Way.
Wallaby Way. That's what.
Yeah.
No, but all I know is the
Why are we talking
stereotypical
about that?
stuff about Australia, and I don't know where I was going to go with this point. So we're just going to move
We got
forward.
stuck on Wallaby Way. That's what.
So apparently the Mexican beer is good.
Yeah.
So again, if you have any Karen or Kyle stories that you want to share, let us know. Message us privately if you want to give us your phone number. We can call you, and you can be on the air live. We can invite you onto the show.
I know that, so I don't know if this counts, but it kind of vaguely reminds me of a Karen, just because Karens aren't necessarily they want to speak to your manager. It's like any mild inconvenience is a big fucking deal, right? So I think I've told this story before. Oh, maybe not on the show. I was behind a girl at a grocery store line. She had a baby. It was in a dress. It had a bow. So pretty, pink or a blue bow. Blue bow, blue dress. And I was like, oh my gosh, your baby girl is so cute. And she's like, it's a boy? And I'm like, it's in a dress. It has a bow in its hair. Yeah, but they're blue. And I was like, okay, we're not compatible.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was a Karen in the making when she wasn't a full-blown Karen already.
Frank from Crowns Ready to Eat says, start a business and you'll interact with many Karens. I am actually
He has a business.
I'm actually pretty fortunate with I honestly I can't think of a single time. I'm sure it has happened in the almost 5 years history
You know,
of
the idea of this show was JD's, the Karen and Kyle thing. And he has not come up with one legitimate story of his own about
Oh,
Karen's
I've got
or
one.
Kyle's.
I've got one.
Go on.
But with my company, luckily I don't know how I managed to never deal with a Kyle or Karen.
Maybe because your boss is one.
Your mom's my boss?
It's you.
She's Karen.
My mom's name is Karen. And at first she was super offended by the Karen things. And you know what she said? She goes, and I don't know if she's watching right now. She might correct me on her verbiage exactly. But she's like, you know what? If something's wrong and I have something to say about it, then I'm going to talk to the manager. And if people like say, oh, she's a Karen and my name's Karen, she's like, whatever. So she's totally like, I'm going to own it. And I'm like, just like a Karen.
So
just kidding. I love you. I love you. I love you a lot.
A lifetime ago, I was an engineer in the oil fields, and it was one of those jobs where I dreamed to get it, and I couldn't wait to get that job. And as soon as I did, I'm like, yeah, this isn't that fucking great.
What?
When I was engineering for Swacco.
Yes.
But I get a call one day, and generally we're supposed to be on a 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off schedule is what it was. You'd be out on location for 2 weeks at a time. You're a 24-hour hands. You're the only person out there, so if they need you, you're awake. Well, I get a call on my days off. They're like, hey, we need you to go out to this rig. You're going to be the 5th engineer out there in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, say what?
Oh, shit.
And I'm thinking, on a rig location, the company man is the top dog. He's the guy that everybody answers to. And sometimes you get the asshole company man that'll run people off for anything. To run them off means to fire them or kick them off location. So I'm like, okay. And they're like, so just to give you a little background, there's a female out there on location. She's gonna be working out of your office. She's working on her doctorates and she's doing her research on this rig. If it is not directly work related, do not say a single fucking word to her. She had 12 people on that rig fired or ran off in less than 3 weeks' time for sexual harassment and what was it was sexual harassment and like some other like unwanted inappropriate stuff.
Inappropriate behavior.
Now, number one, and it's a fucking oil field and it's an oil rig, and that's the fucking it's a man's world.
It's a man's world.
Like
that's like
not just gender man, but like thick skin, hard work.
I'm not gonna be a police officer or a firefighter and then get offended every 5 fucking seconds by what they say. That's not how it works, man. That's not. It isn't. Suck it up. Because I'm telling you, I don't care what the fuck you heard in the oil fields. I've heard worse in an emergency room.
But
get over it, man.
But I went out there and oh my fucking God. Do you know how lonely it is to be in a room with somebody
you can't talk to
and not say a fucking word for 2 weeks?
Nope.
And it's not like I could leave my I could leave my office occasionally and do stuff. Like I would have to go out and I would do my my various checks and tests and things like that. But then I have this person shadowing me as well. But it's like I'm not going to say a fucking word.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even want to talk to her about work related shit because I was just like, and never in my life have I ever walked on eggshells so much.
Because you don't know where that boundary is with her.
Yeah.
Because if 12 people, come on now, come on. Okay, and then look, coming from a dude.
I'm a dude.
Yeah, he's a dude. He's got a penis and everything. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yes. Coming from a dude's perspective and saying a woman is overreacting. Come on. I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. But I am a fucking woman and I'm telling you, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, unless they are blatantly making it uncomfortable for you, blatantly hitting on you after you said, yeah, not interested. Like that one guy, we went to a hockey game and some guy was like, hey, babe, what's up? And I went, no.
Oh yeah, her face.
Just like that.
Her face was
no.
awesome.
And I walked out, and then I was like, I probably offended that guy. I stopped giving a shit, obviously. But that's the thing. It's like, unless you have made it clear and then they keep pushing the issue, and I can understand that happening with 1 or 2 dudes on a rig. 12? No, bitch. You're being
especially
fucking sensitive. Get out of the oil fields. You don't belong there.
Okay, my thing is, even if, let's say, the first 2 were doing inappropriate shit and they got ran off, moved to another rig, or fired, do you think a subsequent 10 people would follow suit and do something, say something stupid?
Was she
Okay, so Manny says, I imagine it's a bull dyke out in the field. How is she being harassed? She was not a bull dyke, but
was she pretty?
She wasn't pretty, but she wasn't ugly. I guess just average, I guess. She wasn't, I don't know.
It's what everyone wants to hear. You know what? You're average.
You're perfectly adequate.
I mean, you're a wet spot. You'll do. I mean, like, okay,
I'm sure if I would have said that, I would have been run off.
I probably outright offended you at times. You're like, babe, I'm just not going to be 100% tonight. I'm like, it's penetration. He's like, wow.
But
so
no, but it's like, I don't know how. I never got the story of how people were run off. It wasn't a normal rig that I followed. I was just kind of out there filling in. It was the most god awful, uncomfortable work experience, and working on eggshells
when he's rarely home. That's what sucked. You know, like, I'm away from my family.
So,
you know, I have to sit in a quiet room for 12 hours a day. That's
Who asked what part of Tejas we're in. We live in the Corpus Christi area. At the time, that rig was in South Texas in the Eagleford play. That rig was right outside of Kennedy, Karnes City. But I've worked and drilled all over Texas, from spitting distance to the Mexican border all the way up to New Mexico, into Louisiana, West Texas, everywhere, East Texas, North Texas, Central Texas, South Central, Compton.
Holla.
So what other Karen stories do you got, or Kyle stories?
Oh, me? Shit, let me think.
I'll let you think.
I don't know. Like, there's so many that like go through your head and everything.
So Manny also says, some people who claim harassment are the last people anyone in this world would fuck. Oh yeah, it's like as soon as you said that, I imagine like the pictures and the memes of the people protesting various rights that are being trampled upon.
I've got the ultimate Karen. I've got the ultimate.
Oh, you got the ultimate Karen. Okay,
you know her. You know the story.
So before you do that, let me read Huve's comment real quick, and then we're gonna give you the stage. Because Kern County, California has a whole lot of rigs. Once upon a time, I did roustabout work. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of rigs in LA County, Kern County, even all the way up to Bakersfield. And the ones that are in LA and surrounding, they actually have building facades built around them to where they look like a building, but they have the pump jacks going there. A lot of people don't know that. I know, Huve, you know that, but just for the people that don't know that, now they know that. You're welcome. So the ultimate Karen.
The ultimate Karen, actually, you know, part of her story in general. I don't know if you've actually met her. Maybe. It's one of Daniel's friend's moms.
Oh, yes. Continue.
So the first time I met her, we were invited to her son's birthday party, and it was at Fun Trackers, which is like, they've got food. Yeah, you know who it is. So we go to the party, and like, they're eating pizza. Party's already started, you know. Okay. So we were late because I have to work and whatever. So by the time we get there, like, everyone's pretty much eaten. There's some stuff left. So, we eat, we drink, whatever. And she is going line by line on the receipt. Yeah. Why did you charge me for this many drinks? Well, that's how many people were part of your party, but that's not how many I asked for. I asked for this many. Just because your server decided to bring more for the amount of guests I had, that's on them. That's not on me. So you're going to take that off. Okay. All right. Next, you're going, oh, a cleanup fee? No, I already picked up in there. And they're like, yeah, but we have to clean the tables. You have to vacuum. Yeah, but no, that's not. Well, no, you agreed to that when you, no, I didn't. No, I want you to show me. You have the contract right there? And he's like, I'm the bartender. Like, I don't have your contract here. You signed it online. She's like, well, if you can't show me, that's getting taken off too. She was literally going line by line with the guy who wasn't even involved when she signed the contract to rent the room. And that was my first interaction with her. My second interaction with her, I had a a random phone conversation with her because she wanted my son to stay the night with her son. Okay, not a problem. Well, we were just generally talking about being parents, being moms and stuff, and how crazy things happen. And I brought up the fact that one of my sister's sons somehow broke his arm. We don't even know how. We're at a family member's wedding. Everything was fine. Yeah, he's jumping, he's playing. All the kids are. Well, the next day he can't move his arm. He had broken his arm sometime the previous day, and there was no way for us to know. Like, he didn't act like it was injured. And she was like, and what's your sister's name? And I told her her first name. She goes, and what's her last name? And I said, why do you need to know my sister's last name? Are you going to report her? And she goes, children are a precious gift and they should be treated as such. And if they aren't treated as such, they don't deserve to have their children. She was going to have my sister's child taken away because he broke his arm. My kid broke his clavicle. It happens. Kids are fucking kids.
Now, fast forward 3 years.
Like, okay, you need to stop right there. My sister is a great mom. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you can tell anything you want.
Yeah, if you fast forward 3 years, that same child, or not that mom's child has had like
always sick, and she's always pulling him out. And he also broke his leg.
Yeah, hadn't he had like 2 or 3 broken bones now in the last year?
He's a precious
gift.
And you aren't treating him like a precious
gift.
He
He doesn't know how to cook because he used to come at our house and eat dinner with us, and he had no clue what a home cooked meal was. Like, it's always McDonald's.
Yes. I made meatloaf, and he was like meatloaf's real? What do you mean is meatloaf real? He'd only seen it on TV. He didn't actually realize it was an actual food. And he loved it. He loved it so much. Poor kid.
So Huve says that he's from Bakersfield, because I mentioned it earlier. One of the guys I went to engineering school with is from Bakersfield. He's actually a filmmaker there. Ricky Bird, man, that dude's got some cool ass movies. He's actually got some that are on Amazon Prime now.
No way.
Yeah, Border Brothers. It's on our purchases because I support his shit. So yeah, look up Border Brothers on Amazon Prime. Ricky Bird, you're welcome. Independent filmmaker.
Look, we promoted a movie. It wasn't so good.
Oh yeah.
Our credibility is crap when it comes to stuff like that. So don't do that.
You know what? Crap or not, I'm gonna support other people's dreams. You know
crap
what?
Or not, we got paid to support that movie.
Huve says, I'm a Mexican and I didn't know meatloaf was a real thing. I just thought it was the name of a rock star.
Hey, y'all do anything for love, but I will not do that.
Yeah, that's a perfect safe word. Meatloaf.
Well, we tried kiwi, but apparently kiwi sounds like choke me. Don't use kiwi.
Well, it sounds like choke me when you're getting choked.
Or you can, yeah, because it's like kiwi. And he's like, you got it, baby. And I'm like, no. Okay, that didn't really happen. Maybe.
Man, we have
off the rails.
Yeah, more than normal we've gone off the rails tonight, but it was fucking funny.
Kiwi, least successful safe word ever.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, so I think we're probably gonna start wrapping it up here.
Once you get to kiwi,
yeah, once you get to safe words, it's time to call it quits. See what I did there?
I get it.
That was perfect.
I got it.
You definitely want to be here next week. Same beer time, same beer channel. We're gonna have a special guest, author of Born in a Bar, USMC. Go check that out. You can look it up on Amazon. You can order a digital copy, hard copy, paperback. It's gonna be fucking rad. But yeah, Jesse's gonna be here with us. He is also huge into Halloween and haunts. And if you know anything about Kat and I, you know that is our fucking jam.
What?
Like Halloween and haunts. So we're gonna be talking about Halloween and haunts.
We'll
We're gonna be talking about
how much JD has spent this year on animatronics because he's not buying any animatronics this year.
how much we spent.
Oh,
but
now,
yeah, Jesse's,
now it's our money.
But yeah, Jesse, the former Marines, is gonna be talking about how the Marines were born in a gay bar. Tell us all about it. Make sure that you join us for that.
It's a gay bar.
Yeah, Sun Tavern was a gay bar. I said it. I want to get stabbed later, but it was so worth it. Again, as always, if you are going to go out and drink, please make sure you find a sober ride home, Uber it, walk home, do whatever you can, or just stay in and drink. Be fucking responsible because we want you to watch us more because we love our paycheck of $0.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
So we will see you next Wednesday. We love you guys. Y'all take care.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.